Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Offer ends August 31st, 2023. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits.
From GBN, this is Network News for Thursday, August 24, 2023. In the headlines, Youth Minister debunks talks of government's plans to introduce LGBTQ curriculum. CXC results expected to be released this evening. 20 years and counting, David Moya Monroe provides primary and secondary school students with school supplies. Also in the news, regionally, Jamaican migrant workers sent back from Ontario farm after exposing conditions. Internationally, Japan releases nuclear wastewater from Fukushima plant. Plus in the sports news, Karani James disqualified for lane infringement in the final of the 400 meters at the World Athletics Championships in Budapest. Hello everyone, thanks for joining us. Details after this.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
With the details, I'm Kenroy Baptiste. Grenada's Youth Minister is debunking claims that government plans to introduce an LGBTQ-based school curriculum. Beverly Telesford reports.
Minister of State with responsibility for youth and sports within the Ministry of Education, Ron Redhead, is denying claims that government plans to push a new Health and Family Life Education (HFLE) curriculum from September that caters to the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or LGBTQ community. President of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, recently told the Grenada Broadcasting Network that teachers brought to his attention talks alluding to the introduction of this tailored form of education in schools. He claimed that this information was disclosed to teachers during a recent workshop.
I've been hearing talk about it with other teachers. I heard that there was a workshop in Grenada with the CTF and other persons, and what would have happened, teachers would have listened to that and hear something about the same issue or topic that you were talking about through discussion and presentation. And based on discussions and what I heard with some teachers, what they expressed, they were really, really mad. And I think that teachers, what you hear in there, that is not our lifestyle and such, and is a bit strange and unfortunate, and teachers did really speak out about it. So I only heard about that from the teachers who were in the workshop, and that did not go down well with them.
Over the past 2 weeks, GBN was unable to obtain an interview with the Minister of Education on the issue. However, during Wednesday's To The Point program, Youth Minister Ron Redhead said government has no intentions of introducing an LGBTQ-based curriculum in schools.
I cannot speak for the Minister of Education at this particular time, but I would say this. As a cabinet colleague, there is absolutely no proposal to change. There is absolutely no change of the curriculum, nor to introduce any law. From where I sit at the lower house, the opposition sits there as well. So if any legislation has to be proposed, they will see it, because we have already put out a schedule of legislations that we intend to change. They have the dates of the various sittings. So there is no proposal where that is concerned. Nothing is changed, and I would encourage parents and teachers, maybe even the media, to go to school when it opens in September and sit in a classroom and hear what is being introduced. And I can guarantee that you're not going to hear that, because there is no proposal. In fact, I don't know where that came from, because I wasn't in the workshop that is being spoken about.
The opposition New National Party, NNP, led by Dr. Keith Mitchell, has also called on the Ministry of Education to shed some light regarding the rumored change in the HFLE curriculum. In a release, the NNP questioned, "Where is our government's voice amidst these whispers?" saying the silence from the Ministry of Education is both baffling and concerning. Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, Andy Williams, during a Facebook Live on Wednesday, said the claims are false, adding that the Minister of Education will address the matter next week. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Parents and their children in Grenada and across the region are waiting with bated breath for the release of the 2023 CAPE, CSEC and CCSLE results, which will be released this evening. This year, the Ministry of Education and the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis hosted the official release of results ceremony, highlighting candidates' performance in the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examinations CAPE, Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate CSEC, and Caribbean Certificate of Secondary Level Competence CCSLC. Dr. Nicole Manning, Director of CXC, said there has been a significant increase in the number of candidate entries this year compared to that of last year,
where we have moved from 99,000 to over 101,000 for our subject entries, which is, of course, an important and significant move. Likewise, importantly for us, CSEC is where we would have seen that 106, I'm looking for the pointer, it's not working for me, yes it is, that 106,000, if you saw it, moving from the 103,000 mark for candidate entries last year. That is what gave us the hint of coming out of COVID. And so we're seeing a 10,000, over 10,000 actually, a little less than 10,000 increase on the candidate entry, as well as a more significant increase on the subject entry. So this is good news for all of us.
Dr. Manning highlighted the absenteeism of candidates registered to sit examinations.
Unfortunately, as we look at the candidate absenteeism, we look at it with a little disappointment. Because as we see where we're seeing a reduction, there's still a need for concern as educators, where candidates, as much as for CAPE, 9,974 candidates absent from exams. These are candidates who would have been registered and for examinations and would not have turned up. You well imagine that these candidates are ungraded.
Lisa Romaine Pistana congratulated all the candidates who have sat and succeeded in their examinations. And to those who weren't successful, she encouraged them not to give up.
Of you, along with your families, will be celebrating your achievements after 6 p.m. Congratulations is extended to all students, their teachers, and by extension, their families. The journey is never an easy one, and you should be commended for your tenacity and drive to succeed. Let's give our students a round of applause, please. To those of you who might not be as satisfied with your results, consider it an opportunity for further growth and development. Don't give up.
Results are expected to be released at around 6 o'clock this evening. This story to report in the newscast. Even as the excitement, vibe and memories of Spice Mass 2023 linger in the minds and hearts of many, prize winners have new reason to celebrate. A ceremony was held in St. George on Wednesday, during which over $800,600 in prize money was awarded to the top performers in competition this year.
I warmly congratulate all of you winners of Spice Mass 2023. Don't settle with what you recently attained. I encourage you to keep reaching for additional successes. Be mindful that success is not a destination, but a journey.
That was Chairman of the Spice Mass Corporation, Cecil Noel. Noel had these words of advice to this year's winners.
Keep dreaming new dreams and work to turn them into realities. I urge you, take your craft seriously. Keep trying new things. Remember, the spectators are the ones that fuel you. You must aim to satisfy them. Think big and work on your personal development. Please understand that competing with yourself, not others, is the art and ability that will allow you to be your best. When you are your best, Spice Mass will be at its best. Let that be your goal for 2024. To be at your best and make Spice Mass better in 2024.
The success of Spice Mass 2023 is attributed to the collaborative effort of many, and the SMC chair noted that without these various stakeholders, Spice Mass would not be a reality.
Without you, the product Spice Mass is but an illusion. The thousands of visitors to our shows, the millions of dollars that filter through to our people will cease during this festive time of the year if there is no Spice Mass.
GBN understands that appearance fees are among some of the prizes that remain outstanding and will be presented at a later date. Meanwhile, Minister with responsibility for culture, Ron Redhead, has revealed government's plans to engage Robbie Rubilus Augustine to assist in the fight against predial larceny. Redhead made the announcement as he addressed Wednesday's prize-giving ceremony, which was held at Pier 57 in Grand Mall, St. George.
I think the most profound song for the season certainly had to be from Robert Farmer. So much so that he got a contract with the Ministry of Agriculture, so I'm his business somewhere. The larceny certainly is going to stand no chance. I can tell you that in 2024.
Augustine made his debut on the big stage this year with his Road March winning tune, D Farmer, which focuses on the distress caused by predial larceny. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Other news this year marks 20 years since David Moyer Monroe has been providing primary and secondary school students with school supplies as they head back to the classrooms. Here's the report.
As long as I live to see, I will always try my best to continue, and long as the business places continue to give the support.
For For the past 2 decades, long-serving community member David Moya Monroe has been given back to his community and surrounding areas through a back-to-school promotion. On Sunday, September 3rd, 2023, children of the communities of Fontenoy, Cherry Hill, Grand Mall and surrounding areas can visit the Grand Mall playing field where they would be gifted school uniforms, books and other stationery as part of Monroe's annual giveaway.
Well, for the past 20 years now, I have been supporting this, organizing this program for those children and them, where I give to them exercise, lead pencils, notebooks, uniforms given to some of the primary and secondary school students. It also have entertainment for them like bouncing castles, cartoon characters and those things and them. So it will also have the Royal Grenada Police Force Band will be coming and display some nice music for them, along with the new dimension.
Monroe said the corporate community has been supportive of his initiative over the years.
It is something happy to see that I always get support from the business places and them. And upon all those business places I get support from, I really want to see there is 3 other stalwarts like Sol EC Limited, Republic Bank, Deco Industries Limited. This is 3 of all the business places who is long outstanding in the support.
His love for seeing children excel academically has compelled him to continue doing the giveaway annually.
It's a love for it. It's a passion. I love children. I love the Almighty. And I always believe that when you come to the children education, you have to pay enough respect towards that. Give them what is due unto them.
The event will take place at the Grand Mall playing field from 3:45 p.m. on Sunday, September 3rd. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Coming up in Network News, the NIS highlights benefits for self-employed people. Stay with us.
Request, repay, repeat with Ariza's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it, accessed using your debit card and managed using AMI, Ariza's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Having your CVQ qualifications is one of the best things you can do right now.
This course really helped me to build my confidence and have the ability to present.
I've learned a lot about customer service, a lot about etiquette.
It was quite a learning experience, which I enjoy a lot.
Well, it really impacted my life at Digital. 6 months, I got permanent. I also got promoted to sales representative at a store. 8 months after, I got a next promotion at the corporate care.
You can find jobs within the CARICOM using your CVQ qualifications.
Don't let nobody tell you that you can't make it. Just go forward and do what you have to.
National Training Agency.
Enhancing the employability of Grenada's workforce.
The Ministry of Tourism and Economic Development and the Grenada Tourism Authority extend a warm welcome to visitors and returning nationals visiting for Carnival and summer vacation. We do hope you enjoy your stay with us, and we invite you to return with friends and family to celebrate our 50th anniversary of independence on 7th February 2024. Tourism is my business, your business, our business.
Get
Get ready for the ultimate football showdown as Grenada takes on Suriname in the much-anticipated CONCACAF Nations League. Join the excitement on Friday, September 8th at the Kenroy James Athletics Stadium. Secure your pavilion seats at just $30 or secondary stands for $20. School students, grab your seats in the secondary stand for $10. And remember, kids under 12 are absolutely free. Tickets available from Chucky's Bar, Grenadian Optical, Heather's Boutique, Shy's Bar, Victoria, Kelly's Hotspot, Guav, Calico Shopping Center, Sates, and GoToVet.com. Come see Grenada battle. Be there to witness history. Friday, September 8th at 7 p.m. Kenroy James Athletics Stadium. Be part of the action. Be part of the pride.
Get ready and fasten your laughter belt as Faith Pentecostal Tabernacle presents Turning Point 1, a thrilling, exciting drama presentation written and directed by Angela James and featured at Gateway Conference Center, Point Salines, on Saturday, 26th August 2023, 7 p.m. Come and witness Merlin's controversial wedding. Edna and Marjorie square up to fight, and Officer Brown is sneaking around. It's a classic with suspense and excitement from beginning to end. Get your tickets now at Gibbons Pharmacy outlets and at your local church. Tickets cost $50, $60 at the door. It's Turning Point 1, Saturday, August 26th, Gateway Conference Center, 7 p.m. And by the way, get ready for Turning Point 2 on Saturday, September the 30th, same venue.
That ain't missing me.
We're all in. It's CPL time. We're all in. Public Bank, title sponsor and official bank of the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League.
The Grenada Dental Association, with support from the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, Great Shape Inc., Spice Isle Smiles Foundation, and Sandals Foundation, present Seal Grenada, sealing children's permanent teeth between the ages of 6 to 18, from August the 28th to September the 1st, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily at the Current Government School in St. David. For more information, call 421-6021. Seal today. Prevent decay tomorrow.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more. With Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
A whole new
level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Hello again from Television Center. The National Insurance Scheme has announced the introduction of the new self-employment approach with new guidelines for contributions and benefits. Public Relations Officer of the NIS, Lisa Douglas, said this initiative was birthed following consultations with members of the public. With this new approach, self-employed people are no longer required to contribute on a monthly basis. In addition, no penalties and interest will be applied. Here's how one can get started.
The National Insurance Scheme has announced the introduction of the new self-employment approach with new guidelines for contributions and benefits. Public Relations Officer Lisa Douglas said following consultation with members of the public, this initiative was birthed. With this new approach, self-employed persons are no longer required to contribute on a monthly basis, and in addition, no penalties and interest will be applied. Here's how one can get started.
All you need to do as a self-employed person, there are no more paperwork to complete. All you need to do is to get registered. So you visit our offices, or if you already have an NIS number, you contact us via telephone to make sure that you know your account number or your NIS number, and you can start making your payments. And you don't need to actually visit the office to make your payments. There are online options. There are online banking options through Republic Bank, Grenada Limited, and the Grenada Cooperative Bank that you can utilize. And you no longer have remittances to submit. So there's no contribution information that you have to fill out. You have the flexibility of contributing when you earn up to a maximum of $7,180 annually.
Douglas explained the available benefits for registered and contributing persons.
Once you're registered and you contribute, it qualifies you for all self-employed, for all NIS benefits. And NIS Grenada is actually one of the few social security institutions in the region who offers all benefits, including the employment injury benefits to the self-employed. So we have the short-term benefits. So self-employed persons, you should know, if you become ill, you visit the doctor and the doctor requires you, in order to get well, you're required to stay home for a number of days or weeks, whatever period you require to be on sick leave while you recover, you're entitled to a sickness benefit.
Persons are required to make payments amounting to a specific amount to qualify for those benefits.
But you should know that in order to ensure you're covered for the short-term benefits like sickness, maternity, etc., you have to pay annually more than $769. So remember, the maximum is $7,180. If you pay more than the maximum in a particular year, it is rolled over into the next year. So it goes to your contributions and obviously your benefits for the next year. And total contributions paid this year is converted internally now into salaries and contribution weeks, and that covers you, for short-term benefits the following year.
Christina John, GBN News.
The Ministry of Finance has clarified confusion concerning the retail price of the 100-pound cylinder of LPG or cooking gas. It says effective August 18, 2023, the price is as follows. Grenada, $244.25. Carriacou and Petit Martinique, $267.25. The Ministry of Finance said the initial petroleum price change notice, which was circulated on the morning of Wednesday, August 17, 2023, incorrectly stated a price of $221.30 for Grenada and $234.30 for Carriacou and Petit Martinique. The inaccuracy was corrected in a later notice issued the very same day. We can tell you too, according to authorities, the reissued notice caused some confusion, and the new statement is intended to clarify these misconceptions. The Technical and Vocational Education and Training Program will serve as a stepping stone for young people to ease away from youth programs. Christina John is going to tell us about that.
The TVET expansion program for primary schools aims to increase primary school students' access to skills training. Ultimately, the current government intends to develop a strategic plan designed to make skill education more sustainable in Grenada and provide a more decisive educational opportunity for the nation's youth. Minister with responsibility for education, youth, sport, and culture, Ron Redhead, said this program should equip young people enough and thereby lessen on the numbers joining youth programs such as the Imani and Empower, even the demand for those programs.
So the direction that the country is going, which is that TVET, skills training, incorporating that into the curriculum is going to replace the need for things like Imani, quote unquote. In other words, the school system must be well equipped to identify those students who may not be that academically inclined and treat with them at a lower level rather than waiting until they go out in society, become vulnerable, and then have to come up with these remedial programs which are by and large transactional and on a safety net basis and does not really get them into direction at that stage where they need.
The minister also hinted that the names of some of these programs are likely to be changed in the future.
So we want to arrest that situation earlier, and so that the demand for programs like these will lessen because you're already making the accommodation at the lower level. So that is what this whole introduction of TVET is going to help solve at the school system at the level there. Give or take, there might be people who would fall off the system, so you have to compensate for that, and the mechanism is already there. Various programs are going to be had. We are going to maintain the concept of programs like Empower, because we will be changing up some names, etc., of the programs, and to kind of engineer a new type of thinking and new energy around the youth programs. I can tell you that we've introduced a summer school.
Speaking on the Imani program, Redhead said the number of trainees under the program has since been reduced. Government, in seeking to build better efficiency in the public service, believes that deeper collaboration with the private sector is a key factor in achieving that goal, and as such, will be placing the Imani program under the National Training Agency.
to say in terms of the NTA, that process is going well. In fact, NTA already prepared the terms of reference to get the professional person who would be the lead on this. We are anticipating a presentation to the Cabinet of Grenada by NTA soon on how it would look and roll out for the remainder of this year. So all systems are a go in terms of that. Give or take, we're about behind maybe about a month in terms of the schedule that we had originally proposed in terms of when we wanted to roll this out. But all in all, the transition is going well.
Christina John, GBN News.
Well, farmers work hard, so when their harvest brings them satisfaction, they do like this farmer and share their good news. It's time to take a peek into the GBN eyesore lens. Stay with us.
A good eye captures all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Our citizen journalist is showing off her large pumpkin harvested in her home garden in tonight's GBN eyesore. Pumpkins are generally round and yellowish to orange in color, although the size, shape, and color can vary depending on the variety. They have a thick outer rind that's smooth and ribbed, as well as a stem that connects the pumpkin to its leafy plant. The seeds of all pumpkin species are edible and are commonly roasted. We thank our citizen journalist for that submission. Our eyesore line is open for your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
This is Network News. We're live from the Grenadian capital. More to come. Back in a moment.
It's the 4th edition of Hubbard's Live Free for 1 year promotion. Cuatro Punto Cero. It's unbelievably amazing. You can win free fuel, free drinks, cash prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free cable, TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free passes to Sunshine Promotion events for 2023, free groceries, all for 1 whole year. And every winner receives a lunch package. Be sure to fill out the entry forms and enter it into the marked entry boxes at all Hubbard's departments and at participating outlets. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2023. Draws will be held every 2 weeks. Terms and conditions apply.
Let the family fun days continue. At Courts, we have what you need to kick the vacation time into high gear. Large screen TVs, comfy indoor and outdoor furniture, grills, tools, and more. And you can shop today with no cash and pay us later. Ask us about our Super Shield extended warranty that protects your purchases for up to 4 years. So enjoy more family fun days. Get what you need at Courts, bringing value home. Offer ends August 23rd, 2023. Special conditions apply.
Is giving you more more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Every nation in the Caribbean, larger than life. We're building legends in these Caribbean nations. We're all in. It's CPL time.
We're all in. Republic Bank, title sponsor and official bank of the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League.
Property and health back in the dressing room, retired hurt. What if has taken 3 quick wickets. It's 244 over 7 and family needs 6 off the last ball for victory. And it's Demerara Mutual that comes to the crease. A strong, dependable player, a known big hitter in the game. What if comes in from the top of his mark. It's full-on leg stump. Demerara Mutual comes down the wicket and it's over long on for 6. Family wins the game. Property, health, income, and the entire team are ecstatic as Demerara Mutual has come to the rescue yet again. Credit to Dem for coming through when it mattered most.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Hi, my name is Dwayne Thompson, co-owner and founder of Sweet Grenada Tours, Taxi and Rental. We provide transportation tours in the field of tourism. Being in the field of tourism, the pandemic have taught us that we need all the help we can get, which the NIF has been very helpful in doing so. But as a small business owner, we are even more excited right now with the new initiative that the NIF have launched, providing a little bit more flexibility for small businesses like ourselves. So we definitely encourage all of the small business to consider getting on board with the NIF and this new initiative that allows the level of flexibility that they have implemented.
Sporting fans, good evening. A valiant effort by Grenada's Karani James in the 400-meter final of the World Athletics Championships in Budapest. However, a lane infringement saw the sporting hero disqualified after originally finishing 5th with a time of 44.52 seconds. Grenadians, no doubt, are still immensely proud of James, who's one of the most decorated 400-meter athletes of all time. He has competed in 9 World Athletics Championships and Summer Olympics and reached the final on all 9 occasions. The 400-meter final was won by Jamaica's Antonio Watson, who crossed the line in 44.22 seconds. 0.09 seconds slower than his personal best set in the semi-finals of the same event. On Friday and Sunday, the eyes of all Grenadians will be on world champion javelin thrower Anderson Peters as he participates in the javelin throw qualifying rounds, seeking to earn a spot in the final. Also on Friday and Saturday, Lyndon Victor, Commonwealth decathlon champion, will begin his qualifying rounds of the competition. We join all Grenadians in wishing the sporting heroes the very best as they take to the world stage once more. Jamaica Talawars continue their unbeaten run in the 2023 Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League with an 8-wicket win over St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. The Jamaican franchise won the toss and chose to field first, ending with a superb 4-wicket haul from Salman Urshad, who helped them restrict the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots to 156 for 9 after 20 overs. The Jamaica Talawars managed to chase down the target in 16.3 overs, with captain Brandon King producing a magnificent innings of 67 to continue the defending champions' great start to the season. The Patriots got off to a promising early start, with Andre Fletcher and Irvin Lewis combining to increase the score after 2 overs. The 4th over would change the whole complexion of the game as Urshad took 3 wickets, including that of Fletcher and Ambachi Ryudu, to leave the Patriots reeling at 37 for 4. West Indies international player Joshua Da Silva steadily rebuilt the innings with a score of 36 before a late burst from Dominic Drakes saw the Patriots reach 156 for 9 at the end of their innings. St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots will look to rebound in this evening's match as they face off against Guyana Amazon Warriors. During a candid interview with ESPN Crick Info, former West Indies international star Deandra Dottin made a passionate appeal for players to be better respected and resourced.
A lot of players, they're not getting that attention, they're not getting that support, they're not getting anything from West Indies cricket, and they're thinking about going somewhere else and playing cricket. WLPL is a big thing, to be honest. I mean, you've seen in the draft how players get drafted and the kind of money they got drafted for. So if it is that players can get themselves in that draft and hopefully get picked, then they'll be like, well, if I can't get picked in WPL, if I can't get picked in WBBL, if I can't get picked in the 100, then why would they play West Indies cricket? That's actually what West Indies should be afraid about, because if you have players that have the talent, they actually put it in the world, and you're not paying them any money, and all of them go elsewhere. What would you have for West Indies cricket internationally? You wouldn't have anything. So I mean, as I said, the care, the respect and the support is needed. I can't really say, and I don't know where West Indies stands financially, but despite financially, and put aside the structure, and as I said before, the respect and the care for the players is not there.
That's the sports news for now. Jamaican migrant workers were sent back to the Caribbean from a farm in Ontario earlier this month after holding a one-day strike in protest of their workplace conditions, prompting the Canadian government to review the circumstances of their departure. The workers arrived in Canada in the spring and were initially scheduled to remain at a produce farm in southwestern Ontario until the fall, but were sent home on August 8, at least 2 months ahead of schedule.
Jamaican migrant workers were sent back to the Caribbean from an Ontario farm after holding a strike in protest of their workplace conditions.
Some days you're working, some days you're not. You don't pick and choose the days you want to work. That's not the way this works.
In a video obtained by CTV News Toronto, a man can be seen shouting and swearing at workers over their refusal to work. A previous video posted on social media shows a row of overflowing toilets with shower curtains acting as doors. The workers arrived in Canada in the spring and were scheduled to remain at the farm until the fall, but they were sent home on August 8th instead. Jamaica's Labour Minister says an investigation has since been launched, and the federal government says it is reviewing the circumstances of the workers' departure. The farm, however, has not responded to repeated interview requests from CTV News Toronto.
Japan has begun releasing treated radioactive water from the Fukushima nuclear plant into the Pacific Ocean, 12 years after the meltdown at the site. The UN's atomic regulator says the discharge meets safety standards and will have an impact on humans and the environment. But the decision has fueled protests locally and in South Korea, while China has imposed a ban on all Japanese seafood.
It is a big day here in Japan. There has been a controversial 2-year build-up for those plans and this decision, and today is the day it happens. As we speak, treated radioactive wastewater is being released into the ocean. Now, we're not very far from the nuclear power plant. We can just about make out the chimneys over there beyond the greenery. They've been releasing live pictures of the water being discharged. Now, you can't really see it from where we are because it's all happening underwater. The wastewater is being pumped into a tunnel under the sea. It's about 1 kilometer long and then being released into the ocean. This is a significant day because it is the start of the process, but it is a very long process that's going to span many decades. They're predicting 30 years, maybe longer. Within the first 2 weeks, so from now until 2 weeks, they're predicting that they're going to release about nearly 8,000 tons of this wastewater. Now, it has caused a great deal of anxiety from the moment it was announced, and of course on a day like today. The science says it's safe, the government says it's safe, TEPCO, the company running the plant, says it's safe. Essentially, they've been processing this water, diluting it, removing more than 60 radionuclides. One remains, which is tritium. It's very hard to remove from water, but they say with the dilution, the fact that it's in the ocean, the concentration levels are going to be well below safety standards. That does very little to reassure people here in Fukushima, in Japan, and around the region. It's interesting, we're not very far from a fishing port, and the one fisherman that we wanted to speak to said, look, we've been told not to speak about anything today, but we've been here many times, and those who we've managed to speak to are really worried. They say, we've suffered a great deal of reputational damage, perception of Fukushima fish, and it's taken us years to convince people to have our seafood. This release is like a second disaster to us. Many people are worried about what to feed their children, and of course it's not just here in Japan. China is angry. It's criticized Japan for using the Pacific Ocean as its personal sewer. South Korea, even though they've supported this plan, it goes against the public sentiment. People there are very angry, and Hong Kong has issued a ban on Japanese seafood. This is going to take a long time, and it's going to take Japan a lot of work to convince its people and its neighbor that this is safe, and so far, not many are convinced.
A reminder of the headlines after this. This is GBN. A reminder of the headlines. Youth Minister debunks talks of government's plans to introduce LGBTQ curriculum. CXE results expected to release this evening. 20 years and counting. David Moya Munro provides primary and secondary school students with school supplies. Also in the news regionally, Jamaican migrant workers sent back from Ontario farm after exposing conditions. Internationally, Japan releases nuclear wastewater from Fukushima plant. Plus in the sports news, Karani James disqualified for lane infringement in the final of the 400 meters at the World Athletics Championships in Budapest. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. That's all from us in the GBN newsroom for the moment. Stay tuned for CPL action right here on GBN. Good night.